How you doing? It's season 1 finale time. I dream of Jeannie Cusamano. Boom! Episode 13. We made it. We made it to the finale. Thoughts on the finale. 5-second recap before we dive in. Go for it.
All the hype, all the build up of season 1 comes to a disappointing end. Lackluster.
Rushed, I think, personally. But the episode begins in like the wee meeting room. We've got Junior with a few capos, with Jimmy, with Mikey. And we are the Spirit Squad. Now we've got Tony in there with Larry. And it's like the end of the conversation. Tony, or was it, no, Junior looks at Jimmy. He's like, did that answer all your queries, Jimmy? He's like, yeah, I think we're all understood. And he does like one massive puff of his cigar, thinking he's the man, despite the fact everyone in the room knows he's a fucking rat. So, yeah, thoughts on Jimmy here being basically confirmed as the rat, and Tony gets the go-ahead by Junior and Mikey.
I would have liked to have seen more of a discussion about it. I would have liked to have seen more of Junior like coming to the realization that he is the rat, and it was just kind of, I don't know, it felt very rushed to me. It was just Junior like, yep, he's a rat, kill him, you got my backing, and that was literally it.
Well, that's it. But again, at this point, I mean, Tony knows, right, that Junior and Mikey are the two that ordered the hit on him, and like, there's not even one slight bit of friction. Like, that's what I will say. It's like, see a lot of the stuff in this show, and maybe it's just this culture, but it's very sly and backhanded, isn't it?
It is.
It's like, even in the next scene, right, where Jimmy gets took out by Christopher and Silvio, there's no, like, confrontation. It's kind of just bang, bang, good night.
Everything comes across as goofy to me.
Yeah, I guess this did come across as goofy to me, even when, like, killing him. You've got, you know, Jimmy and Christopher go into some like apartment. There's going to be some Russian women there. Out pops Silvio through like the closet. He's like, "Do you know what? I'm a capo. I'm a capo." And then Silvio's like, "You speaking into your fucking Maya?" And then Christopher and Silvio just fucking drop him, and it's like it hits the deck, and it's like the main selling point of this finale is dead within 2 minutes.
Yep, I was excited. I was wanting to see how they handled their Jimmy problem. And the Jimmy problem essentially gets handled right at the start of the episode.
I just feel like in this show, though, am I not right? There's just no, like,
Jason's all over the place.
Confrontation, though. Like, there's just no level of, like, what's going on here.
Yeah. The interactions are very...
I just find it weird that, like, they literally ordered that hit on Tony, like, Jimmy, Junior and Mikey. They basically know that, oh, fuck, he's going to think that was us. And Tony's entire crew knows, but they're all acting pally-pally because Jimmy's a rat, even though... They think Tony was a rat like 10 seconds before. Tony then goes to Dr. Melfi. She's like, your problems with Olivia, maybe she could have been involved in the decision to take your life, which makes Tony go off in one. Thoughts on this? He grabs her. He's like, don't you ever fucking dare say that. Then he threatens her life and kind of walks out.
I didn't expect Tony to treat the new love of his life like this. But I guess he didn't want to accept the fact that his mother could.
He is a hothead. He's a massive hothead, like, you can't dispute that. Can't you not?
Nope.
And he bursts through the doors a bada bing. He informs Christopher, Silvio and Polly that it was Junior and Mikey that conspired to take him out. Because, of course, he does discover this after the whole... I mean, the FBI basically set him down and like, aye, Tony, here's a wee wire thing. But again, to me, he can't control his anger. Because... realistically, what was worth Melfi suggesting that his mother had something to do with it, or literal proof in front of him when he heard it on the wire?
Yeah.
Again, so I think he can't control. Oh, but it's mental health. Tony's in the house. Thoughts on this? Should Tony have made a deal? Should he have jobbed out Junior, or was he never going to make a deal?
Nah, you don't make deals when you're in this line of work.
But I feel like everyone...
Deals are for rats.
God damn it. But yeah... So this basically confirms to him that, you know, Junior and Livia did agree to kill him, literally because of a psychiatrist. And again, I don't understand this reasoning from Junior. Oh, some of his captains have their mothers in a care home. That automatically means they're conspiring against him. How fucking petty and weak in the head do you have to be to think that? You see, if Tony, right, truly wanted to oust Junior, he's going to do it. He's not going to meet up with people in the fucking care home to discuss it.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
Like, what's stopping Tony from discussing that in the care home or if he's going to date in Bada Bing. Because he comes in the Bada Bing and literally discusses, here, we need to wipe these and it. He says they need to strike before Junior does. Basically mentions this guy called Chucky. You'd no idea Chucky was. Thoughts on wee Chucky?
Apparently Chucky's dangerous for Tony. If Junior is going to kill Tony, Chucky would be the guy that he goes to. So, Chucky, from my recollections, done nothing to Tony, but Tony doesn't care. Basically just goes, kills Chucky like that, shoots him dead, point blank. Plus, it's like, I don't get it. I mean, everyone...
No, it was a good scene, I think, pulling the gun at the fish's mouth.
But everyone in Sopranos crew, man, they shoot like every time they shoot a gun, it's like their first time shooting. They're shooting it and they've got the hand movement and there's all like they're trying to box the fucking gun. It's like they're jabbing the gun while shooting.
Is that like Italians, though? They're very active with their hands. Mamma mia.
Come on, you've got a guy dead point blank in front of you, man. You should have a steady fucking hand.
Well, considering the black guys at last episode, maybe they need to, do the whole hand movements to make sure the job's done. Could you imagine if the black guys tried to kill this Chucky guy? He's trying to pull the gun at the fish. Imagine the fish.
So the holes in the boat, fuck me. No, but it's like, I mean...
And he shoots him in broad daylight.
No, but if you want to shoot somebody, you should have a steady hand.
Yeah.
Every time I see anybody try and shoot somebody in this show, their hands like jumping. It's like their hands like a fucking fish out of water.
This was.
So I don't get it. They kill this Chucky guy, then they drive off in the boat and they basically throw him out with
But again, this is
weights.
done in broad daylight. Now, in the 90s, I'm not saying CCTV was a massive thing, but witnesses was literally a highway.
Yeah, all it takes is somebody to be out maybe bird spotting or something, I don't know, with their binoculars or, they've got a wee camera. And, just killing a guy in broad daylight didn't seem like a good idea. I personally felt this was a harsh killing as well.
Well, I mean, I get why they kind of thought it needed to be done, but see, at the same time, I feel like all this could have been avoided, but I mean, it's like their pride and shit. Like, see when they realise Jimmy's the rat and Junior might think to himself, fuck, it wasn't Tony. Should he not go to Tony and be the bigger man and be like, here, I ordered the hit on you. I was wrong. Can you forgive me, sort of deal? Or is that out of the question by this point? Because he knows that Tony knows, and Tony knows that he knows. Is it trying to make amends not better than this?
Shouldn't that be the way they try and fix it? I mean,
Yeah,
rather than just kill it. Why are they? I mean, they're not essentially all part of the same.
Exactly.
Like, they're wiping each other out. It doesn't. It doesn't make much sense to me.
Yeah, and not again. I know.
I mean, it'd be like, it's like, let's say Sons of Anarchy, for example, right? Or it does feel like two charters literally just deciding, you know what, fuck it, we're gonna like wipe the other one out. But like, wouldn't you get like a sit down before that? It's like in Mayans, before we got the Mayans war, it's like, they tried to they negotiate it.
Yeah, like I just feel like there's, like I say, it's very
like you said, shouldn't Tony go to Junior and be like, look, I know you ordered the hit on me. How are you going to make this right?
I know.
Something like that, rather than just Tony saying, right, we're going to eliminate Junior and everybody in his crew.
Exactly. Yeah, I just feel like it's very sly tactics they do.
Or he could confront him and ask for the fucking truth.
I know, be a fucking man about it. I don't understand why it's always got to be this. And then you've got somebody, right, like Artie, right, who Livia tells him, because Livia is in hospital. She was found at the start of the episode. Weak opening day episode, by the way.
Yeah.
Her wandering about. Who cares? She basically says to Artie, oh, you're not mad at Tony for burning down your restaurant? Oh, you're a very good man.
Oh, also, apparently Meadow's got a boyfriend out of nowhere, and it just didn't. I mean, this guy must be fucking a daredevil. Like, he's in Tony Soprano's house, making out with his daughter on Tony's fucking couch.
His fat ass is implanted into that couch.
It's like, I know, but I mean, they all kind of know. Like, I mean, that just means the guy got a death wish. Like, it just seemed like randomly out the blue.
Yeah, no, it was.
Then they hear a noise, and like, you'd think the guy's reaction would be to shit himself. It's like, fuck, is that your dad? Is he home? But they kind of just like continue on.
I know, very weird. But Livia tells Artie, right, and do you think she's aware of what she's doing here? Do you think there is a level of she's just a CUNT?
Aye.
Or do you think it's completely It's weird though, right? How does it go from like fine to she's had Alzheimer's this whole time? That's not really how it works.
Anyway,
Just to suit the narrative of the show.
she tells Artie that Tony, he's a good boy for forgiving Tony for burning down his restaurant. Obviously, that's the first time Artie's heard of it. And Artie goes completely insane. And we'll just skip to the section where he gets a gun and he confronts Tony. And he's literally got Tony held at gunpoint. And I think if Tony admits to burning down his restaurant, Artie probably kills him. And it's like, I'm not saying you don't like your restaurant, but obviously Artie and Tony are got like a man-love relationship here. Felt weird that he was...
I'd say Artie's his best friend.
It felt weird that he was literally like ready to kill Tony. It's like, you could maybe even understand it a bit more the night after his restaurant was burnt down. But I mean, a lot's happened, and I know the restaurant was important to him, like, but it felt a bit like fake rage to me. It's like, the restaurant got burnt down a while ago. You've got a new restaurant, it's up and running now. I can understand him being pissed and wanting to confront Tony, but with a gun?
I know, it did seem a wee bit.
With a gun? He literally... I mean, like,
3 generations of Buko.
No, but like, wouldn't you maybe expect him to like go to Tony's house and Tony not answers the door? Maybe he punches him, and you're like, "Was it you?" I think something more like that would have been more suitable. Like, how could you do it? But no, he actually jumps out of a car and he holds Tony at gunpoint.
Yeah, I feel like
literally going to kill him in the streets.
I'll tell you what, I think it probably was my favourite scene from the episode. It felt real.
It didn't feel justified to me.
I didn't feel justified, but I felt like in terms of an actual scene, it was good.
It was, but I mean, he's literally ready to kill Tony, man, over...
No, I think you're right. I genuinely think if Tony admits to it, he fucking shoots him.
Like I said, I could understand if we went to Tony's house and Tony answered the door, busted nose. It's like, was it you, Tony? Did you do it? Like... Then Tony's like, what the fuck are you talking about? But
I've missed Artie, you know what? He was MVP and he's back.
But
he should be running things. Fuck Junior Tony.
I don't know, man. Just Artie turning up with like a hunting rifle, man, confronting Tony over, and he's ready to kill him, ready to murder him, just because his restaurant got burnt down ages ago.
We see him talking to Father Phil, Artie, and then he's basically like, I hate all men. See how fucking angry he was? He hates all men. What is he, a fucking feminazi? Don't know what Artie's about, but eventually by the end of the episode, he's alright.
Yeah,
he makes peace with Tony. He's alright, big man.
We're moving on to Mikey now.
No Mikey yet, because Tony has to admit to his crew that he went to see a psychiatrist, and he amends things with Melfi. He says, it's alright. He tells her to leave town, though.
It's funny because I feel like throughout season 1, they've all kind of like ripped the piss out of like mental health and stuff like this, and the possibility of seeing a psychiatrist. But when Tony like opens up to it and admits it, they're all like they're like reserved and held back. They're like reluctant to really comment on it. I feel like it would have been better to break the mood if one of them made a joke about you're fucking.
But see, it's
you're
weird.
A mental case, Tony. It's like they were all kind of. He was like, well, speak your piece now, and no one was really saying anything. I mean, we all know what Christopher thinks.
Yeah, he stormed out upset, and again, there's no follow up. There's not a scene at the end where he's in the bar, the restaurant, and Tony's like, so you're not alright with that, Christopher? There's nothing. There's no fucking follow.
I mean, I'm surprised like Christopher doesn't complain. It's like, what the fuck, you seen one of them? Why don't you talk to us? Like, it's like, I expected something like that, It's like, they didn't ask what's wrong with you, or basically, just, Tony admitted that he's been seeing a psychiatrist, and they kind of just said nothing, no response.
Exactly, but it is time to move on to our second hit of the episode.
I felt like that should have been a big thing, but it wasn't really.
I know, you see the
Tony admitting that no one really cared.
Hank, if right, you're right. They are like weakening their own fucking crew. Like they've killed Jimmy. Right, he was a rat, had to be done, but I don't know. I just feel like it would make much more sense for him to kill Junior, and then like with Mikey and your other man, not fall in line with Tony.
I agree with him killing Jimmy because, like, that's just the way it works. Like, rats get killed, but like we've seen in Sons where people maybe had tried that hit, and I mean, look at Opie. Look at Sons of Anarchy. I mean, yeah, he was pissed off, but eventually, he was able to like forgive them, and they moved on. Like Piney comes in, tries to shoot Clay, and eventually they sit. I get it, some things you can't come back from, but at the end of the day, Tony wasn't killed.
And he hears the fact on the wire that, you know,
Plus, it's
Livia
like
pointed Junior to holy fuck, they are actually plotting against me. It's not like he did it for no reason.
it's not like Junior just woke up.
Even if
one
I
day
think
and-
it's a stupid reason.
it's not like they just woke up. I mean, Junior made a mistake and he thought Tony was the rat. I'm surprised that. It just feels like Tony, like eliminating Junior and his crew, would be like a last resort. It feels like the first thing they should have done was like try to sit down and discuss things, but I guess not.
Exactly, but Mikey gets followed out into the woods by Polly and Christopher. Another scene where like they're just running and like, are they trying to hit him or are they just shooting to get him to run? What was like the end game with some of Christopher's shots here?
Not quite sure. Mikey was out without a gun. I don't know if that's normal. Like,
Yeah, especially at a time like this, you know, he probably should be carrying a gun.
but yeah, he gets chased into the woods. Eventually, after missing about 20 shots, Christopher shoots him in the leg. He confronts him about Brendan's murder.
Did he get a chance when you shot him naked in his bathtub? Again, even this scene, like it was kind of funny with Polly getting hit with the poison ivy, but again, you've just like they're unloading the clips into him, like this guy's the big. Like, let's be real. See, 3 episodes ago, Christopher was burying Brendan. That should be my name in the paper.
It was. I believe Mikey tells Christopher that it was Junior that hit Brendan.
Yeah.
But I mean, can't imagine 70-year-old Junior.
No, but what was the need, right? What was the need of like shooting the guy 25 times?
Yeah, I don't get that. It was like the same with the guy in the boat. It's like it's like everything. It seems like comedy where they unleash like 20 an entire round into someone.
I can't recall
Most shows when you see an execution, it's like
1 or 2.
one or two. It's like, but no, in this it's like boom, 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 and it's like just.
Or like, I mean, when Jack shoots Clay, he puts like fucking 10 into him because it was like fuck you, like the last fuck you to him because it warranted it. Like realistically here, what's Polly's reasoning for emptying 12 rounds into Mikey?
I don't know. Best to go to the gun shop and buy more rounds.
Exactly, but yeah, Junior ends up getting arrested. He peeks through his blinds here. It was like, this guy's just too old. It's like someone has a parcel for him. He's like, I don't really want to answer that. Then he peeks through the blinds, and then yep, he gets arrested. He gets questioned, so
He gets arrested but I think he was next on the list.
He was. So yeah, he got arrested. Larry got arrested, and like 14 other people got arrested. Again, they kind of point to him that, if you say that Tony's the boss, we'll arrest him, you'll be alright. In reality, the main objective of this raid is to actually get the main bosses in New York. The Libertazis, so to speak.
Again, we don't really get a reaction or anything from Junior to the death of Mikey. I don't know if we will get that in season 2 or whatever, but this should be a pretty big deal, should it not?
I know, like, would it not have been good? Then how would they have found out about Mikey? Because they don't actually know where his body is. I think he's just run off.
True.
But again, yeah. Tony goes to the nursing home. And I like this. This is actually probably my favourite scene because I hate Livia. He fucking grabs her by the throat. Which I thought maybe might have been a bit extreme considering she just had a stroke. Like, she's smirking, she's smiling.
It was funny because he comes equipped with a pillow. And you believe that he's going to like suffocate her, but then he finds out she took a stroke and he just gives the pillow away and he's all happy. He's like, oh, perfect.
I know. More suffering. Brilliant, man. Brilliant. But I did enjoy this scene. And then, like, all of a sudden, though, this place has got like 10 security guards.
Yeah, to escort Tony away, so.
And then, again, it kind of just cuts to like them driving in the car. And again, where's like the timeline? It was all over the shot.
And again.
And again. And again.
Aye. So they're out driving. It looks like they've got thunderstorms. I thought they were trying to get somewhere important. It just turns out they're trying to get something to eat.
And then Artie's like, you're not allowed in. And then he's like,
we'll just go to
Tony
Mickey
will probably
D's.
kill me here.
And then Artie's like, nah, come on in, Tony. Artie says that when he gets rid of the last few customers, he's closing up. Tony comes in with his family and it's all Tony's crew in there.
Which again, I've got a few customers. You've literally got the only other main characters.
Wouldn't Artie be like, oh, come on in, Tony, your lads.
Paulie, Silvio and all here.
But no, we don't get that. And then basically Artie cooks them some food. And that's it.
Aye, Tony like rings the bell and he says his kids, one day you're going to have kids, but it's the little moments like this. He says, enjoy the little moments that were good, and then it fades to black. Now, I'm not saying every season finale has to, like, you know, be explosive like the final scene, and I think quotes can be good, but it just felt really lackluster.
It's not what I expected. I literally expected this whole episode to be about taking care of Jimmy.
And it went
we went from Jimmy being taken care of straight away to Tony killing some guy on a boat that I don't think deserved to die, to Mikey being eliminated, who's supposed to be Junior's like right hand man, supposed to be a top man, and he literally gets eliminated without a fucking jog. And then Junior gets, you know, arrested, and all the rest of his crew get arrested, and it's like, I mean, this seemed like a lot of content that was just wrapped up in one season. Yeah, you'll get filler episodes that don't really advance anything. Yeah, I was surprised. I mean, I thought what happened here could have been done over a season.
Or at least like half a season. Yeah, no, I think you're right on the money. But again, I think some very good characters in this episode, like potential. Like, I think Jimmy and Mikey were done dirty. I feel like you could have done a lot more with them, especially Mikey, considering he's like Junior's number 2. But,
yeah.
And again, it's like, could there not have been a scene at the end where, like, you know, like Tony's proper acknowledged as the main guy now?
Yeah.
Like what? He's the main guy. He's having a meal. Anyway,
and the deaths just seem really cheap and fucking amateurish, in my opinion. Apart from the attempted hit on Tony.
It won't be cinematic. Well, that was the most.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, they actually didn't make it. They didn't do it, if you know what I mean. But every other one seems to go without a hitch. It's like, where's the fuck up? Where's the target fighting back?
I know.
It's like Jimmy. He goes to like grab something on his.
Yeah, it was a weird slow motion jump cut.
And I'm expecting Jimmy to pull out a gun or something and maybe get a shot off, or maybe you get Jimmy wrestling with Chris or something for the gun. And it's not, nothing happens. It's just Chris kind of like stops him, and then he gets shot in the back of the head. Mikey, it's like you don't get any fight back or nothing. He just like runs away, then gets shot, and then he's like, don't do it, and then they just unload the full clip into him. It's like, I don't know, the deaths just seem. The guy on the boat. Literally, alright, I get that one was kind of done as a surprise, but I mean, come on.
Yeah, very lackluster though. A lot of Fury Fids will be coming. We've got to rank all the characters and episodes. That'll be fun. But, and there's a big.
Could it be a 90s thing though? Well, I mean, could this be? It was like the first day its time.
Yeah, but by the time the show ends, it's like 2008. So I mean, it's not really.
All right, well, I think by the last season, then this must be comparable to Sons. So I'm expecting shootouts and fight scenes and stuff to be pretty good.
Well, we'll find out, but you have to rate the episode, and I'm going to give the episode a 6.
Yeah, I'm also giving it a 6. I mean, it wasn't horrible, but I was expecting a lot more. I was excited for this finale. And in my opinion, it just didn't deliver. I think it gave us too much.
Yeah.
It felt like they just sped through so much content, in my opinion. So I wasn't a big fan of it.
Yeah, it's just like.
But overall, I mean, I look back at the entire season, and a lot of the deaths are fucking weird. Like Tony killing the guy who chokes with like the washing line or something. Or I mean, what was that all about? A lot of the deaths.
I actually think the best death was probably Brendan's.
Hi, Brendan's was not bad in the bathtub. Boom. Who's the guy that got killed on early? Was it Christopher kills him in the restaurant?
Aye, Russian dude.
Aye, it's like a lot.
Even that, like he shot him about 10 times.
A lot of the deaths just seem cheap, in my opinion. Like,
no, absolutely. But that is it. That is it for this episode. You rate the season a 7, didn't you?
I give the entire season a 7.
But anyway, that is us for a while. We'll be back next season. We'll be making fairy fids and ranking fids. Some characters will be very low. And until then, though, that is it for Adriva, Jeannie Cusamano. Check out everything else. We've got Sons, Mayans. When is the Mayans coming out? Come on. And also, when we finish this, we'll give the Sopranos movie a watch. Because guess what? It'll be pish. Till then, though.
Peace.